cherished ducklings. I'm Peri Lyons, New York City celebrity psychic. This is Moonstruck TV and or A1R Psychic Radio. We're the biggest, best psychic entertainment network in the world. So there. And I'm sitting by, actually, hoping that you, specifically you, will call in with a question that really means a lot to you, that you can get a loving, warm, and accurate answer to, which is always nice. Just don't ask me anything about like calculus. Just a little rule there. Before we get to the psychic tarot weather, which will be in a second, I was talking with somebody about angels today, and they said, "Do you believe in angels?" I said, "No, I don't believe in the table. Table's right there." And I never used to believe in angels, but then I wanted to share with you this angelic experience because it's the first show of the year. And I thought if I can give you proof that angelic love and assistance actually exists, maybe it'd be cheery for you. Cheery. Okay, so I was about 17. This was in New York City. I was modeling, so I was very skinny at the time and wearing skinny jeans and skinny shoes. And I was getting onto the #1 train. And I don't know why I have to tell you what train it was. It had been sleeting all day, so the platform was a little slippery. And the train was really crowded. So I took a step back, and I fell between the train and the platform up to my hips. And that was pretty much the scariest thing ever. I tried to scream, but my throat froze. And the doors closed in the subway, which meant in less than 2 seconds, I was going to be torn in half, which is not really what I wanted, not my plans for the day. And just at that moment, somebody lifted me straight up under the armpits and straight up and onto the platform, just as the train started to move. I was unhurt. And I mean, even I'm really tall. So even when I was modeling, whoever that was, just effortlessly lifted like 125 pounds, 5'10". And so everybody else had been crowding around. The strange thing was this guy was dressed like a white shirt, white jeans, no coat. This was in February. And I sort of had the impression that not everybody could see him. But be that as it may, he walked me to the bench at the far end of the platform and sat with me for a minute. And I said, "Thank you." He said, "It's not your time yet. You've got a lot to do." I'm like, "Excuse me?" And I looked at him and I couldn't quite get his face into focus. He could have been 30, he could have been 50. His face is very sort of smooth. By the way, this is something, talking to people who've had angel encounters, I found that that's something that's almost always happens. And he made sure I was okay. And he said, "Okay, I'm going to leave you now." And I said, "Well, let me give you," and I turned to go into my purse to like give him a candy or something. I don't know what I was thinking. You saved my life. Here's a peppermint. So I turned away for a second and I turned back and he was gone. And there was at least 100 feet between him where we were sitting and the exit. He was gone and there was nowhere he could have gone. And it didn't occur to me at the time. It wasn't until like 2 years later that I was thinking about it and going, "Oh, wait a minute. I was a freaking angel." Since then, I've had 2 other encounters. My sister's had one too. And so I just want to tell you, even if you're blue and down, angels exist and you can talk to them. You can ask them for help. They're actually there. It's kind of amazing. So now a beautiful young lady just called in from Kentucky, and I'm going to ask you to wait 30 seconds while I just do the psychic tarot weather. You cool with that? Cool. All right, my dears. So this is interesting. This is how the psychic tarot weather works. The first card is for, let's say the week starts now. So it's for the rest of the week, the next week, I mean. So the first card is for today and the next couple of days. The next card is for a few days after that, like the weekend. The third card, I see you're catching on fast, is for like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. What's interesting, the first card that I drew is from a different deck. It's the devil card, which is interesting. This makes a lot of sense because right now, a lot of us for the new year have made resolutions to conquer addictions, smoking, binging, watching true crime, whatever it is. I meant binge eating. True crime is mine. So the devil card is about being held hostage to something that you don't have to be held hostage to. If you notice, the man and the woman here are changed to the devil. And all this means is in bondage to something. You could also be in a relationship that is not working for you, but you haven't gotten out of yet. That's not the vibe I'm getting for today for this card. I'm getting that a lot of you out there are struggling to keep your resolution. I know you will. And if you're stopping smoking, I found that just stopping and taking a long, deep breath helps, but without a cigarette attached to it. And at the end of the show, I'll quickly teach you a genius breathing hack that will calm down your central nervous system like crazy. Okay. Yay. This is interesting. Second card is the King of Pentacles. Now, this can either mean a man in your vicinity who is an earth sign, so he could be a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. It can also mean a man who has something to do with either giving you money, might be a boss, helping you manage your money, if you have a money manager, or it could just be a very calming male presence who helps you with practicalities. Pick one, but you probably be interacting with somebody like this over the weekend. Have fun if it's romantic. The last card also kind of has to do with a new year. You're being asked and encouraged and supported this year. And doing something only you can do in a way only you can do it. It's the meaning of the world card. Also means that if you bring all of you to whatever you're doing, whether it's a side hustle, whether you have your own business, whether you have a job, no matter what it is, bring your whole self to it. Even if it's a job you don't like, there's always something you can find to, sometimes just the challenge of being the best person in the office. There's always something you can do that you can bring your whole heart and soul to. And that said, this card kind of guarantees, so in 2024, when you do that, you will, if you notice the four sort of animals around the corner, you'll get respect, admiration, probably more money, and kind of a spiritual satisfaction. So this is in 2024. I'm going to remind you again, bring your whole, got to do that. Bring your whole self, heart and soul to whatever you're doing. And just trust that if you do that, everything's going to work out better than you can possibly imagine. Okay. I am here waiting for your calls. Mr. Producer. Oh, Katie. Is this Katie from Kentucky?
Yes.
There you are, sweetheart. Couldn't hear you before. How are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
Good. Nice to meet you. Okay, I like to tune in on people through their birthday. So if you wouldn't mind telling me when your birthday is.
My birthday is January 19th. See the year?
No, you don't ask me. I won't ask you. January 19th. That was Janis Joplin's birthday and Edgar Allan Poe's birthday. It's a very powerful birthday. People born on that day are really interesting. I have a lot of friends with that birthday. They tend to be both sort of disciplined, which is the Capricorn, but also kind of free-spirited, which is the Aquarius. So which are you, disciplined or free-spirited? I think you're both. So
definitely both.
Yeah, you're definitely both, which is an interesting combination. I love your energy. Okay, my dear, how can I help you? What's your question?
Oh gosh, I don't even know where to start. So I'm just
Who
being...
is he? What? Go ahead, sweetheart.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I can barely hear I'm like deaf. I normally talk on speaker so I can hear better, but they said not to, which is fine. I'll make do.
I will speak loudly and from my diaphragm. Yeah.
I've lost a lot of special people in the last 12 months to me, and just I've really been struggling like mentally
Yeah.
because of it. It's just taking a toll on me, and so I guess I was just kind of desperate for, I don't know, maybe some help. So I found your old Facebook page and was just kind of desperate for some positivity or something.
I'm so glad you called. And it's no coincidence that you called in the program that I was talking about angels on. I'm seeing, and by the way, I want to tell you, I totally empathize. I've lost a lot of special people in the last 2 years, and it's grief. Grief is interesting. It's never what we expect. Every time I think I'm over the grief, it like goes into the next room, changes its outfit, and comes back. So you're going to find yourself, you're going to find yourself. It's like just when you think you're over it, something else triggers it, and you find you're acting it out in a different way. So the first thing I'm going to say is you're having these feelings because you're a really loving person. And
I'm a lover girl.
Yeah, you're a sweetie pie. I just think you're great. You also have some wonderful things coming, really unexpected things coming up in 2024. It feels like, hold on. One of the reasons I said there are a lot of angels around you is the people who transitioned in the last 2 years around you are very much with you. And sometimes it's hard. People say that and it's like, oh yeah, whatever. But and I feel the same way sometimes, even though I know about life on the other side. I've seen it. I've talked to people there. But even I have sometimes have trouble kind of really believing that. But I will tell you, right before the show started, I somehow knew you were going to call. And I asked my mom, who's passed, for help. And I swear to God, I felt her hands on my shoulders saying, just be the love, babe. It's going to be okay. She didn't say babe. She said, darling. In the same way, how many of these were relatives? Were there 2?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm so sorry, Angel. Um, the I'm not sure if they're both female or one was female and one was male, but the woman is very much with you. I mean, like hands on your shoulders, whispering into your ear. And what she's whispering is, never give up. You have a mission in this life, and it doesn't matter if you know what it is or not. You're living it. Part of your mission, which you're already living, is to be a source of love. And you're a real source of joy for people. You're so good natured. You don't have a mean bone in your body, not even your tibia. You really don't. And what I'd like you to be open to for a minute is I'm going to send you kind of psychically a vision of how other people see you, which is lovely. People, you are really liked and loved. I mean it much more than you know. So I'm going to send you a sort of a feeling of what it feels like to be loved and supported, even if you don't know it at the moment. There you go. You also have, I feel like your romantic life is a bit up in the air. Is that true?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, sweetie. I'm not sure it's anybody that you're with or know right now. I think somebody amazing, somebody who deserves you, and that's saying a lot. Because in the past, I think maybe people have taken advantage of your good nature. We've all run into narcissists. I think you're done with all that. I think the perfect person for you is arriving, and I think it's soon. I think it's March. It's going to be around the moment that you're like, you know what? I don't remember what being in love feels like. Sob this. I'm fine. I'm going to spend the rest of my life single. And then just as you say that, you'll turn around. But it's almost literally going to be like that. You guys are kind of going to bump into each other. Maybe literally. You might walk into each other. But he's definitely shown up. And I mean that. You also might be changing jobs for the better this year. It feels like there's your energy has. First of all, let yourself sleep a lot. It's really important to sleep a lot and eat properly and get a little exercise every day because that really helps with grief.
Yeah. I'm at the gym right now. Well, I just left the
Oh,
gym, but
good.
that's what I came to do.
Atta girl. Oh, I'm so pleased. You're either going to take a step up in the job you have right now, or you're going to find a better job. Hold on a second. Talisa, I'll be with you in a couple of minutes. Don't go away. But I want to just give all my attention to beautiful Katie right now. Okay, hold on a second. There you go. You have a lot of artistic and creative talent. How are you expressing that right now?
I'm kind of like struggling managing like hobbies between. I'm a new mom. Well, she's 2 almost, but between mom and work, like I feel like I don't
Yeah.
really have the time to express
No,
hobbies anymore.
that's fine. I'm just reflecting back to you that you're very creative. And you know what? Creativity comes out in a lot of ways. I think you're very, congratulations, by the way, little girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, she's gorgeous. You gave her a really pretty name too. What is it?
Spencer Kate.
Oh, I love that.
Thank you.
That's beautiful. I approve of girls with sort of boys' names because I'm Peri. But Spencer's a beautiful name, and
Thank you.
she's bringing a lot of great luck into your life. Now, you have another kid. Do you have a little boy?
No, she's the only
Oh,
one.
okay. That's interesting.
I lost a couple babies before
Oh,
her.
oh, sweetie, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I'm getting those. Um, know that feeling too. But she's wonderful. Also, she's healthy as heck, which is great.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
she's
that
turned
kid's
my
gonna.
world like 180.
Yeah. Um, it's so funny. If that kid's got a set of lungs in her, man, you could hear her cry from Detroit. Am
Oh
I
yeah,
right? Yeah.
yeah.
She's also got some musical ability. She's
Oh,
bringing a
she
lot of
loves
luck.
to sing.
Yeah. Really? Oh, that's so, yeah,
Yeah.
she's very musical. I love that. And she'll be dancing with you in no time. She's bringing a lot of luck into your life. And she's also, you're going to get either kicked upstairs at the job you have, or I feel like there's possibly later in the year another job that will give you more money and be more satisfying for you. I think you're doing a lot of this alone, or it feels like you're
Yeah.
doing it alone. Yeah, I know. Um, but you're strong enough. It's so funny because you're such a pretty little thing, but you are strong. You're like a stainless steel kitten. um, but you've got God. This is going to be the best year you've had in about a decade. And
I
Spencer
need
Tate is,
it desperately.
yeah. And you know what? You can ask the people who passed. They like they like doing jobs, and I hand on heart, they can hear us. I asked my dad about 10 years after he passed, and I was the sole support of my mom. And I was like, I need some press, Dad. Can you get me some like publicity? And I asked him for help. 2 days later, New Yorker magazine called me and said, "We'd like to do a profile on you." I was like, "Whoa!" And that was his favorite magazine. What I'm saying is, they like doing favors for us. So, um, what would you ask for
That's
if you could ask
awesome.
for? Yeah, and it's true too. Also, I will say that one of these people was very playful. Was he a male friend or cousin or something?
Friend.
Oh, Talisa, I'll be right with you. Sorry. Let me just tell you this, and then I'll let you go. You're joy, and I, honestly, you have the best. You have a really good year. It's going to kick in about 2 weeks. So make it through the next 2 weeks. Just remember me telling you this. And your friend, he's funny. He's funny and playful. He might have been moving stuff around your house or hiding your keys or something. Have you noticed anything like that? He likes to hide stuff. After my mom passed, she used to
I've
hide my
noticed
cigarettes all the time. Yeah.
I've noticed a couple of things come up missing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's him. All right, my angel, I'm going to wrap up because I want to help Talisa out. But let me just reflect some stuff back to you. You're really loved. You can also, you're not great at asking for help. Your friends, give your friends the gift of trusting them. Let them help you a bit, even if it's just coming over and keeping you company while you sing the baby songs. I don't know where I was going with that. I was going to say Eminem songs, but then I decided not to. Where that came from. But reach out a bit because your friends really want to help you. Give them the gift of trusting you. And I think somebody who not your baby daddy might be along in March who's got a lot to offer you. You deserve support and you're going to get it. Okay?
I hope so.
Yeah, no, you, darling, 92% accuracy rate here. Trust me on this. Just let these words propel you through the next 2 weeks and then things will start to really look up. And will you give Spencer Cape my love?
I will.
All right, sweetheart. Let me know how you're doing. I'm at Peri Lyons on Facebook. Just drop me a line, okay? I care.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, sweetheart.
Thank you.
Thank you, darling. Take care. Talisa, thank you for holding. I get the best people. Hi, Talisa. I already love your energy. I get the best people in the show. How are you, my angel?
I'm all right. How are you?
Good. Nice to hear your voice. So I like to connect people through
All
their
right.
birthdays. When is your birthday?
My birthday is August the 3rd, 1962.
Oh, you're a Leo tiger. You're the tiger. So you like to be in charge. Us tigers, I'm a tiger too, different year. Us tigers, we like to be in charge. We don't like all the responsibilities, so we sort of we can be a little bossy. And Leos always light up the rooms, no matter where they are. So how can I help you, my angel?
What? Just need a general reading. Got
I
a few
feel like
things going on. But it's not with me, it's with my children.
okay. Oh, you want to know about your children? You have 3 of them? No, sorry, that's not right. I want to say 5, but that doesn't. How many kids do you have?
I have 2 living, but I had some other children. But they
Oh,
didn't
I'm
pass.
so sorry. Oh, that's the worst thing I can think of. I'm so sorry. I guess that's why I was confused about the number. You have 2 living. Okay. I'm getting a boy. Oh, he's a guy
Oh,
now.
boy.
Yeah. Okay. I was getting to the other one. One of them is pulling focus. Actually, one of them's doing pretty well. Is that correct? I think he's the younger
Yeah.
one. They're good-looking
Nope.
kids too.
Nope. The oldest is
Uh,
doing better than the youngest.
oh, sorry. Let me just reset here. There we go. Oh, you're right. Yeah, the oldest is doing well. I'm not worried about him. Um, I think the youngest is kind of too smart for his own good, and he doesn't have a. He doesn't. It's like not. He doesn't have work that he can express who he is in. He's very smart. I mean, they're both very smart, but this guy he's got a really active mind. Um, does he have a job right now, or is he looking?
He's looking.
Yeah. He's also very good with his hands. I feel like he'd be very good at like taking things apart and putting them back together. Was he that kind of kid who would like take the clock apart and then sort of put it
Yeah.
back together? Yeah, that's a feeling I get. He's a really good problem solver. I think that I know you've tried to help him with his job hunt. He kind of bats you away, right? I
Right.
think he has a hard time accepting help, especially from mama, even though you're the person who loves him most in the world. I also don't like some of the people he's hanging out with. Whoa, I really don't like 2 of them. Okay, we'll get to 2 minutes. Here's what I'd suggest. There are. Can he go to a trade school of some kind? Because he'd be really good at stuff like HVAC repair or car mechanics. He just needs some structure in his life.
Works on cars.
And he
does.
Okay, cars.
That's what
Cars
he's
is
doing.
what I got. Yeah.
Yep, he's working with cars.
He's very good at that. I think he might want to specialize in foreign cars or luxury cars. People really like him, is the other thing. I'm not talking so much about the oldest. He's fine. I'm not worried about him at all.
Right.
And they're very different. Are you sure they're both your sons? They're so different. It's sort of like
Yes,
they look
they are.
alike.
That's what I say. They are different than night and day.
It's like,
Yes.
oh my gosh. It's like the stork dropped the wrong kid down the chimney. All right, I've got about 40 seconds. So here's what I'm going to say. The younger son is going to be okay. Encourage him to branch out into a specialty. There's a lot of grants if he wants to go to a 6-month course to learn how to work in like luxury cars or vintage cars. People like him, so expensive cars. Part of working in expensive cars is also being likable as well as knowing what you're doing. So I think he's going to land on his feet. He's a survivor. The other one, does he have 2 kids?
Say that again.
The other one, I'm going to have to run in a second. I just want to know, does the older one have kids?
Yes, he does.
2 kids? Cool.
Yes.
His kid, they're gifted too. Your son is going to land on his feet. So just be there for him. And God bless you. And have a great night, my love. And come back next week, everybody. And thank you so much, dear. And that color looks great on you. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.